Have you ever wondered what drove ancient civilizations to create structures so immense and detailed that they would outlast millennia? On the small island of Malta, over 5,000 years ago, skilled builders accomplished just that, crafting colossal megalithic temples without the aid of metal tools. These ancient wonders, Ġgantija, Ħaġar Qim, Mnajdra, and others, stand out today as the world's oldest freestanding buildings. Each temple tells a silent tale of unmatched engineering prowess, ritualistic art, and a civilization deeply attuned to the spiritual realm. Walking through their stone corridors, visitors are greeted by towering slabs and symmetrical chambers that have borne witness to countless rituals, revealing traces of a culture steeped in symbolism and cosmic observation. What drove this unparalleled architectural endeavor, and what do these structures tell us about the beliefs and ingenuity of their creators? To answer this, we must step back into the Temple period, where it all began. Scattered across the Maltese islands stand 7 impressive megalithic temples, ancient marvels that have endured thousands of years and earned recognition as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. These temples, some of the world's oldest stone structures, were built across 5 major phases: the Zebug, Megara, Ġgantija, Saflini, and Tarsian phases. Each phase reflects an evolution in construction techniques and cultural practices that help piece together the story of Malta's earliest inhabitants. The Zebug phase, beginning around 4100 BCE, marks the first of these important stages. During this time, Malta's builders were not yet focused on creating massive temple structures. Instead, their attention turned underground, to the development of intricate rock-cut tombs. These tombs, discovered at sites like Ġgantija in the 1950s by archaeologist John Davies Evans, offer a glimpse into early burial practices, suggesting that the Maltese people already held complex beliefs about life and death. The Zebug phase marked a new era in Maltese prehistory, as early communities moved from simple burial customs toward creating more elaborate and monumental structures. Discovered in 1947, the Ta Trapna tombs are key to understanding this shift. Inside these tombs, archaeologists found human remains, ornaments, pottery fragments, and traces of red ochre paint, a vibrant pigment that suggests ritualistic elements in burial places. The pottery is particularly striking, with intricate, incised designs and a polished slip coating, reflecting the growing artistic and technical skill of the people during this period. Similar discoveries at the Ħaġar stone circle deepen our appreciation for the cultural and spiritual practices that defined the Zebug phase. Following this period, the Megara phase emerged as a transitional era. While Megara pottery maintained similarities to the styles of the Zebug phase, its curved line decorations distinguish it as part of a new chapter. The discovery of pottery fragments at Ħaġar hints that a village once thrived there, laying the groundwork for what would later become a monumental temple site. By the time of the Ġgantija phase, the larger temple at Ħaġar had been constructed, while the smaller temple was added in the later Saflini phase. The Ġgantija phase represents a major turning point in Maltese history, marking the construction of some of the oldest freestanding structures in the world. Perched on the Ħaġar Plateau in Gozo, the Ġgantija temples are a remarkable testament to the skill and vision of the ancient Maltese people. Built around 3600 BCE, these massive stone structures have been carefully restored over the centuries, earning UNESCO World Heritage status in 2013. Maltese megalithic temples, including Ġgantija, follow a distinctive design. Visitors first enter an oval forecourt that leads to a trilithon corridor, 2 upright slabs supporting a horizontal stone, which serves as a passage into the central space. From this area, apses or side chambers extend outward, their number and arrangement varying with each temple. The South Temple, for instance, features multiple corridors branching into additional apses. Evidence found within these chambers, such as altars and animal remains, suggests that the temples were used for religious ceremonies, possibly including animal sacrifices. The intricate pottery, such as the famous bird motif bowl, and various ornaments crafted from stone, bone, and seashells, provide a glimpse into the artistic and cultural life of the people who created these sacred spaces. Another iconic example of Neolithic architecture is the Ħaġar Qim temple complex on Malta. Discovered in the 19th century, this site features a main temple with a spacious central court and multiple apses. Like Ġgantija, evidence points to animal sacrifices as a significant aspect of the rituals conducted within the temple. Altars and animal bones found on site support this theory. The intricate carvings on the temple's altars, including motifs of plants and natural symbols, showcase the sophisticated craftsmanship of the ancient builders. The Sulfini phase marks a period of extraordinary architectural and spiritual development in Maltese prehistory, particularly evident in the creation of elaborate underground burial sites like the Sulfini hypogeum. This remarkable multi-level hypogeum, carved into Malta's limestone bedrock, became a sacred resting place for the remains of nearly 7,000 individuals. Within its shadowy chambers, traces of red ochre paint, thought to symbolize life and renewal, still mark the stone walls. Found alongside these remains were pottery, figurines, and personal items, offering precious insights into the ancient Maltese view of death and the afterlife. But the Sulfini hypogeum was more than just a burial site. It was a place of profound spiritual significance. The walls are adorned with intricate patterns, spirals, and honeycomb designs painted in rich red ochre. The chamber's unique acoustics, which cause sounds to echo hauntingly, would have created an otherworldly atmosphere during burial rituals, deepening the space's connection to the sacred. Doorways within the hypogeum were crafted in a style resembling the trilithon entrances of above-ground temples, suggesting that these subterranean spaces shared a symbolic or ritual link with their towering counterparts. The Sulfini phase also saw further developments in temple architecture, as seen in the smaller temple at the Ħaġar complex. Built during this period, the temple measures 6.5 meters in length and is constructed from smaller stones than the immense blocks of the earlier Ġgantija temples. This smaller temple structure is connected to a larger temple on the site, hinting at a potential ceremonial relationship between the two spaces. Inside, an oracle apse reinforces the temple's role as a place of spiritual significance, showcasing the depth and complexity of religious practices that shaped the lives of Malta's ancient people. The Tarsian phase, often seen as the golden age of Maltese temple building, was a period of extraordinary creativity and skill. During this time, the ancient Maltese constructed some of the most intricately decorated temples, celebrated for their artistic carvings and polished pottery. Among these sites, the Tarsian temples, designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, stand as a testament to the architectural mastery of this era. Discovered in 1913, these four connected temples, three dating from the Tarsian phase, reflect a refined temple design, with the central Tarsian temple's distinctive six-apse layout as a stunning example. These temples reveal a great deal about the religious practices of the ancient Maltese people. Altars and animal carvings found throughout the site hint at rituals involving animal sacrifice. Near the South Temple, archaeologists unearthed an iconic Mother Goddess statue, symbolizing both the artistic achievement and spiritual beliefs of this civilization. Inside the temple, a relief carving depicting a procession of goats further emphasizes the cultural importance of these ritual sites. The intricate carvings and sculptures across the Tarsian temples showcase the skill of ancient artisans. Yet, perhaps the most intriguing detail lies in the methods used to construct these monumental buildings. The discovery of round stone spheres suggests that the builders rolled the enormous blocks into place, an ingenious solution that allowed them to transport massive stones without advanced technology. The early Tarsian phase also saw the construction of the South Temple at Mnajdra, another architectural wonder. This temple, with its unique two-trilithon passage, exhibits an alignment with the cycles of the sun. During equinoxes and solstices, sunlight streams through the passageway, illuminating the megaliths on each side. Scholars like Frank Ventura and George Agius have suggested that this alignment points to a deep understanding of celestial cycles, though the exact intent remains unknown. The south temple shares a forecourt with two others, one dating back to the Ġgantija phase and another to the Tarsian phase. The megalithic temples of Malta inspire awe, not only for their scale and intricacy, but also for the ingenuity behind their construction. These ancient marvels, built thousands of years ago, showcase advanced architectural techniques that reveal the skill and creativity of their builders. From the sturdy stone slabs to the carefully crafted layouts, each temple reflects a culture that valued both artistry and innovation. Although the temples have endured for millennia, preserving them is an ongoing task, especially for sites like Tarsian, which require careful upkeep. Despite some weathering, the core features and architectural brilliance of these structures have remained remarkably intact. Conservation efforts are key to ensuring that future generations can continue to experience the temples as living connections to Malta's ancient past. Documentation of these sites stretches back to the early modern period, with photographs capturing the temples as early as the 1900s. Over the years, various restoration initiatives have been guided by international standards to protect the cultural integrity of the temples. These efforts have helped ensure that Malta's ancient heritage remains accessible and well preserved. The Maltese government prioritizes the protection of these ancient sites through comprehensive legislation, including the Cultural Heritage Act of 2002. This act provides a framework to safeguard cultural sites, while the Environment and Development Planning Act regulates land use, ensuring that development does not threaten the temples. With growing demands on land in Malta, balancing preservation with modern needs is a critical focus. To further protect these historic treasures, each temple site is surrounded by a buffer zone, designated as Grade A archaeological areas. These zones are subject to strict regulations to limit any impact on the temples, with management plans designed to outline strategies for maintaining the balance between development and preservation. Nonetheless, preserving the temples is a continuous challenge. Exposure to the elements and human activity over the years has affected these ancient structures. Protective shelters have been implemented as a temporary measure to prevent further erosion and weathering, while researchers continue to explore long-term solutions to safeguard the temples. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, comment, and turn on post notifications to stay updated with our latest content. And we'll see you in the next one.